A drug mule is colloquially understood as someone transporting illicit drugs from point A to point B, oftentimes across the United States-Mexico land border. That border is 2,000 miles long, but it's not the only way narcotics enter the U.S. market, and it's not the only place traffickers are caught by U.S. officials.
They're called boat defendants because they were picked up at sea, usually in international waters, by the Coast Guard.
Like traffickers caught on land, boat defendants have no personal interest in drugs, and they're also not the big fish drug enforcement laws were intended to target.
I don't think I can imagine a more kind of naive or vulnerable legal subject than a unilingual Spanish-speaking fisherman who all of a sudden finds himself in Tampa in the Pinellas County Jail.
Meanwhile, officials tasked with maritime drug enforcement operate outside the public spotlight, and knowledge about federal resources spent on these operations have flown under the radar.
It's an enormously expensive undertaking. This interdiction regime costs billions of dollars. We are basically bringing people into the country who have committed crimes in order to try them. And it's not entirely clear that the drugs were headed to the United States. And absent this paroling into the United States, it's absolutely 100% the case that the mariners would never have set foot in the United States at any point.
Not only is the story of boat defendants a compelling human story, when researchers compared the defendants' journeys through the federal justice system, they found something interesting.
These boat defendants, they are incredibly similarly situated. And yet, what we found when we started analyzing the sentencing data was that there was remarkable variation in the sentences these guys were receiving.
These sentencing inconsistencies bring to the fore a long-standing question about the federal sentencing guidelines. Should the amount of narcotics a defendant is caught with factor so heavily into how much time they serve?